A vast valley stretches between two opposing hills. On the other, the Israelite army, looking smaller, more hesitant. A giant figure emerges from the Philistine ranks, Goliath, 20s, but looks much older, immensely powerful, heavily armored, strides down into the valley. His voice booms, echoing across the hills. Goliath thundering, "Why do you array yourselves for battle? Am I not a Philistine, and you servants of Saul? Choose a man for yourselves, and let him come down to me. If he is able to fight with me and kill me, then we will be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then you shall be our servants and serve us. I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together." The Israelite camp falls silent. A palpable fear spreads through their ranks. Soldiers look at each other, murmuring in dread. No one steps forward. Instead, Israelite camp, Saul's tent, day King Saul, Piphias, regal, but visibly troubled, paces inside his tent. His generals stand grim-faced. Saul 40 days, 40 days, 40 days he has defied us, and still no man dares to face him. General, he's a monster, my king. He's a monster, my king. Clad in bronze, wielding a spear like a weaver's beam, who could stand against such a foe? Israelite camp, David, teenager, slender, earnest, carrying a staff and sling, approaches the camp, herding a small flock of sheep. He carries bread and cheese. He finds his 3 older brothers, Eliab, Abinadab, and Shammai, among the soldiers. David, cheery, "Greetings, brothers. Father sends you provisions." Suddenly, Goliath's booming challenge rings out again. David's eyes widen. He watches as the Israelite soldiers cower. Eliab, annoyed, pushing David, "Why have you come down here? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your insolence and the wickedness of your heart, for you have come down to see the battle." David, confused, "What have I done now? Is there not a cause?" David turns to a nearby soldier. "David, what will be done for the man who kills this Philistine and takes away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?" The soldier repeats the king's promise: riches, his daughter's hand, and his family free from taxes. Saul's tent, Jai. Saul, informed of David's words, summons him. David stands before the king, unbowed. "Saul, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. David, your servant has been keeping his father's sheep. When a lion or a bear came and took a lamb out of the flock, I went out after him and struck him, and delivered the lamb from his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and struck and killed him. Your servant has killed both lion and bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord, who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, he will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." Saul looks at David, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "So, go, and the Lord be with you." Saul offers David his own armor, a heavy helmet and breastplate. David tries to walk, but stumbles under the weight. "David, I cannot go with these, for I have not tested them." He takes off the armor, returning it. Instead, he picks up his staff, walks to a nearby stream, and selects 5 smooth stones, placing them in his shepherd's bag. He holds his sling firmly. AC. Valley of Elah. Goliath marches into the valley again. Roaring challenges. "Goliath, come to me, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field." The Israelite army watches in terrified anticipation. David walks down the slope, staff in one hand, sling in the other. He looks small, almost insignificant, against the backdrop of the massive Philistine. Goliath sees David. He laughs, a deep, contemptuous sound. "Goliath, am I a dog, that you come to me with sticks? David, you come to me with a sword, with a spear, and with a javelin. But I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you and take your head from you. And this day I will give the carcasses of the camp of the Philistines to the birds of the air and the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. Then all this assembly shall know that the Lord does not save with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Goliath, enraged, starts to advance, raising his spear. David runs toward him, reaching into his bag. He pulls out a stone, places it in his sling, and whirs it. The stone flies, whistling through the air. It strikes Goliath squarely on his forehead. The giant stumbles, a surprised runt escaping him. His massive body sways, then crashes to the ground, face first, with a thed that echoes across the valley. A gasp rises from both armies. David quickly runs to the fallen Goliath. He pulls Goliath's own enormous sword from its sheath. The sword is almost as tall as David. He lifts it, bringing it down, severing Goliath's head. He holds up Goliath's head. The Philistine army, seeing their champion dead, cries out in dismay and turns to flee. The Israelite army erupts in a mighty cheer. They surge forward, pursuing the fleeing Philistines. The battle has turned. David stands, victorious, the giant's head in one hand, the giant's sword in the other.